Hot almighty, it's MattMeals episode 4. 4, like the nature boy, like the 4 horsemen, 4. Can't believe we made it this far, but we did. Now, here's what's up for episode 4. MAFFEW'S pork chops and garlic and herb sauce. Your mouth's already watering. This thing's got it all. It's got butter, which is awesome. It's got a little lemon juice, a little zest on it, a little fresh thyme. I used to think that said thyme. I don't know why they have the H in there. Somebody put that down in a comment for me. It's got minced garlic. It's got some Italian seasoning. And no, I'm not just excited to see you. That was a bottle of wine in my pocket. We are going to have some wine in this one. So sit back and reminisce about the life and times of Elvis Presley, because he'd love this. He would love it. So we're going to find out what a dredge is, because I have no freaking idea at this point. We'll find out together. It's MattMeals Hot Almighty, episode 4. Who's ready? It's episode 4 of MattMeals, and as I told you, it's MAFFEW'S pork chops and some garlic and herb sauce. Now, we're going to make a dredge. A lot of you, hopefully a lot of you, if not, I feel like a real moron because I have a cooking show and I'm finding out what the recipe means as I go. But a dredge is basically a flour coating, so I got my flour in here, and then I'm going to add all the goodies in, like my onion and onion powder. You got your garlic powder, throw that in there. I've been told that I'm very forceful with throwing things in. That's right. You make this your bitch, okay? And everybody will love it. Now, we're going to add this all together. Also, some Italian seasoning. Got some salt to throw in as well. Regular salt. Italian seasoning. Give this thing a few cranks. Now, by the way, the full recipe is down in the description below. And then we're going to take this, whisk it all in. I'm using a fork. I'm using a fork because in a minute, the dredge, this whole hoity-toity sounding flour coating, we're going to take these pork chops and we're going to dredge them through there like a 4x4 going through the mud. Why am I dancing? It's Sunday. We tape this on Easter Sunday. Praise the Lord. It's MattMeals. Oh boy, it's what I call the recipe that if Elvis was alive, he'd be eating it right now on Easter Sunday. It's MAFFEW'S pork chops and garlic and herb sauce. Now we got our dredge going. I've already started one. Take your pork chop, dredge it through. Look here what I'm doing. I'm just laying it in there a little bit, just dredging it through. That analogy like I used about a 4x4 going through the muddy forest somewhere, just dredging it through, getting it all caked on, like they would mud on a monster truck. Got it? All right, so we're gonna just take this in there. It's real simple. You ain't gotta get it too thick on there either. Speaking of thick, you might notice that my chop's pretty thick. If you wanna go thinner, you do you, whatever you wanna do, but this right here is a little thicker, and of course adjust your time as we go. Now we're gonna get these bad boys cooking in just a second, and we're just gonna get it all smelling. Matter of fact, it's already smelling good in here. Hot almighty, it's MattMeals. It's MAFFEW'S pork chops and garlic and herb sauce.
Oh, MaFFEW. Baby, let him. He did it again, so I'ma let the beat drop. Oh, MaFFEW.
Look at that. It's MattMeals episode 4. These beautiful pieces of meat, I've cooked them about 6 to 8 minutes per side, flipped them a whole bunch, but all the while being real careful because you don't want that dredge falling off. That nice flour seasoning, that nice coating that we got on there. And we're going to put them up here to the side, put them and keep them warm here for a little bit, because what's going to happen next? Oh boy, it's sauce time. Ho, ho, oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's sauce time. It's MattMeals Meals episode 4. I got my garlic and my butter in here. This has been cooking for about, I don't know, 1 to 2 minutes or so. This is the same pan that I had my pork chops in. So it's got all that goodness in there. Now, we talked about this needing some wine. And full recipe down in the description below. Don't forget about that. We're going to pour the wine in here. And this right, woo, Lord. This right here is we're going to let it cook into the pan with all these goodies. We're going to let it come to a little bit of a bubble. And we want that good wine to cook in with all the good pieces of garlic and everything that we've got in here. Now, your flavor, like I said earlier, your flavor is all the pieces of crumbs that are in the bottom of this pan. And once we got the wine in here, hot almighty, once you get the wine in here, we're going to let this come to a boil. And we're going to let all that wine cook in. We're going to scrape it. Oh man, the garlic in there too. We're going to scrape this in there. Now, got your lemon? Got that lemon right here. We're going to squeeze this in here. Be careful not to get any pieces of the seeds in there, of course, because, I mean, you can get them out, but just be careful. That's the main thing. That's the problem with today is that people don't want to be careful. They just want to say, well, how do I fix it? Just be careful. Just be careful. Get that all in there. All right. Now, the other thing that we want to add here is your chicken stock. We got that full recipe down in the description below. Man, YouTube, whoever is like running YouTube, figure out smell-o-vision. God almighty, we got to figure it out. It smells so good. Now, here's the whipping cream. This right here is an essential point of it as well. Look at that. Oh, I've made kind of a little Starbucks gimmick going on right there. That's kind of cool looking. Looks like a geode of cream with your heavy whipping cream. Speaking of whipping, when I hear about heavy whipping cream, it kind of makes me sad in a way, but also kind of funny. Because my mama was the disciplinarian, Mary. She was the disciplinarian of the house. And she was the one who whipped me. And one time, you know, once switches didn't really do it anymore, she'd use a belt. And one time the buckle of the belt caught me on the leg and it hurt real bad. She started crying and we both were crying. And it ended with us laughing at each other because we was crying about me getting a spanking. Ah, the memories of whipping. The old days when you whooped a kid. Hot almighty. Okay, we're going to take a little break here. And when we come back, we're going to add the pork chops back in. Once this wine starts to boil, come to a nice little seasoning there. We're going to add the pork chops back into it. And then what I'm calling the secret weapon to this whole thing. It's episode 4. It's Matt Meals. It's pork chops with some beautiful garlic herb sauce. Hot almighty.
Oh, Matthew music.
Look at that. Boy, it is episode 4 of Matt Meals. By the way, follow me on your social media at OMatthew. It's right there. OHMAFFEW. It's what my daddy called me because he couldn't pronounce Matthew. Why you name a kid a name you can't pronounce? I'll never know. Just spell it with 2 F's like you said it. Anyway, we've already added in the salt and pepper to this gimmick just to season it a little bit. Right now, time to add in one of my favorites. If you watch a whole lot of Matt Meals, which there ain't been a whole lot, it's just 4, but if you watch them all, you know that I love Parmesan cheese. We're going to add that to the whole concoction here. Remember, this is all the same pans, all them seasonings, all that goodness is all in there. Now, I got my sprigs of thyme, T-H-Y-M-E for whatever freaking reason, and some lemon zest. Got that all in there. And then we're just going to whisk this all up. Again, working on the bottom, getting the chunks off, because them crumbs, when you scrape a pan or after you cook something like this, and you know, after the meal, and you're just throwing that in the trash, you're throwing away the flavor. My grandma always said that. Rest in peace, Betty Lyda Thomas. Now, oh boy, one of these days I'm going to figure out some way to give away a guest role here on Matt Meals. You come up with your own travel expenses to lovely Travelers Rest, South Carolina. Now be careful, don't plop these things in there because it's still got that dredge on there that I've been telling you to be very careful with. We're going to let these cook for just a couple minutes, because they've been, you know, they're fully cooked, but we're going to let all this sauce cook in there together for just a couple minutes, and then, yeah, let all that get in there too, all of it. When we come back, it's going to be tasting time. It's MattMeals, episode 4. Oh, it's my favorite part of MattMeals, and yours too. It's tasting time. Now, full recipe down in the description, just like always. Also, follow me on social media at OMaffew, OHMAFFEW. I don't have a Facebook, so please put this on Facebook for me because I got no way to do it. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that too. Now, I sometimes will cook a side with an item that I'm making on MattMeals, my MattMeals remix. But with this one, I just did whatever I want to do. You do what you want to do. I got collards, I got some sweet potato casserole, and again, you do what you want to do. You do you. Maybe you don't like that. But we're going to give a nice taste to this. I can't put it all in one, but I'm going to make sure that I get some of that good sauce on top of MaFFEW'S pork chops with garlic herb sauce. Here we go. Man, oh my God. I said that like somebody on RuPaul's Drag Race or what is it, Chrisley Knows Best. Oh my God, that is good. Literally, this is the first time that I'm tasting this. No crap. Because I bet you on them other cooking shows, they taste it because they think, oh, if it's no good, I can pretend. Bull crap, this is awesome. Do me a favor. Thanks for watching. I'm always told that I take too big of bites. Well, sue me, damn it. This show's free and there's nothing you can do about it. This is good. Be glad that I waited till we came back from commercials. It's MattMeals episode 4. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for spreading the word of the show. Episode 5 here in a couple of weeks. It's MattMeals. Hot 'em.